It's Mike G here in Phoenix, Arizona. On a beautiful, bright, little windy June 16th day, 2011. We're looking in the hole of this giant saguaro cactus. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's probably about, I don't know, 103. It's supposed to be about 106, I think, today. Anyway, just give you a little view here before I go up on the trail, so you can see kind of what the routine is going for a hike in the desert. And only lunatics like me go out here at 1 in the afternoon. Gotta have lots of water. We're all steam engines out here in the desert. Remember, it's a dry heat. Here's another variety of prickly pear cactus. You know, and like I said, usually in the springtime those have beautiful flowers, and you can turn those little bulbs into jelly. Really pretty awesome stuff. I've tasted it, never made it. Anyway, so here's a little bit of landscape. Try to go slow so it's not too jumbled for you. Tumbleweeds, kind of just still growing though. You see those in the old spaghetti westerns going across the street. So we come up the basic trail here. Now, the only problem with living in these homes, nice homes, living this close to the desert, a lot of snakes and scorpions, coyotes even, can come up and mess around your property. So I know of a lot of people who live along this range here. They would come out at night with black lights and look for scorpions, which is like their hobby, but you don't want to get stung by those. You'll be very unhappy by scorpions. That's that cholla, man. That is bad news stuff. Pretty maybe, but you don't want that on your body. Yikes. So, another sky blue day, cruising along. You remember the other day I was showing you the petroglyphs? That's on that little mountain range right there. So, little mountain preserve sign. This is what we have in our parks, telling you what you can and cannot do. Rules for everything, friends. This isn't the time of day you'd see rattlesnakes anyway. If you did, it'd be early morning or in the shade. You could find them in the shade or under some big rocks, but they definitely don't want anything to do with the blazing Arizona heat. See, that's where those petroglyphs were, right there. Up there, if you can see on that mountain range, I know it's hard, these little chintzy flip cameras, but little row of rocks there, at horizontal gathering of rocks, like a ledge. Well, that was something they built in the 1930s, and it was a hoax to be where, I think it was like Francisco Serra or Marcos de Niza and his travels to Mexico were supposedly passing through here. That was proven to be a hoax, but it's one of those novelty things where people used to ride horses, bring their girls up, you know, make out there and talk about whatever. And we used to go up there and hang out. We used to always hang out here, high school days. You could four-wheel across these mountaintops years ago. You can't anymore because of erosion. But, and I talked the other time about going way back there with generators and playing music all night long on the bonfire. Boy, those were some awesome times. That's where a lot of the music scene began here in the East Valley, as we call it, of Arizona. So just a short little walk through the desert for today's adventure. Lots of trails, lots of fun actually. Desert's an awesome place, man. It's a nice little sanctuary. Clear your head. It's not as scary as it looks. Yeah, it can be if you don't respect it. You know, I don't know what the heck, somebody lost their beads. We got a bunch of Mardi Gras people here. Oh well. Yeah, even garbage makes it in the desert. Alright, stay on the trail. Hope you're not too bored. Anyway, so it's cruising along. Still a lot of fires up to the east and north of us. Hopefully they're getting that under control, but I think they got a long ways to go. We're just going into New Mexico now. Anyway, I'll find something to finish up on here in a minute, so you guys aren't going to get bored to tears. Guy riding his bike, listening to his jams. It's all cool. You should come to Arizona if you're ever going to come out here. We got spring training baseball. Starts in like early March. It's a good time to come to Arizona. The weather's tolerable for most of you folks that don't like the extreme heat stuff, like desert rat like me. But good time there. Phoenix Suns are always a lot of fun. You know, they're always the bridesmaid, but whatever. Got the Coyotes here, a few hockey fans. I hope they stay. They're really a great organization. And Diamondbacks are beginning to turn around. You know, the heydays were back in 2001, but a young ball club doing better. That's always fun. Nice stadium. Things are still reasonably cheap out here. You know, job market's not too swift, obviously. 2 hours to Mexico from here, 3 hours to the Grand Canyon, 5.5 hours to Disneyland. I don't know what more you want. If you want to go skiing in the winter, you can do that in Flagstaff. You know, you can go swimming year round. 300 days of sunshine. And this is one of the trails we'll go down. I'll leave you here on the trailhead, but first I'll show you this little flower on this pearl cactus, one of the surviving flowers for this season. Alright, you guys, take it easy, and as usual, stay awesome.